and then came back to DFAT in 2001. And I found myself as the desk officer looking after sub-Saharan Africa in our Africa and Middle East branch. And towards the end of that year, 9/11 happened. And I found myself, because we didn't have an Afghanistan desk back then, I found myself working on things to do with 9/11 and follow on from 9/11. And that culminated in me being moved to the Iraq Task Force in 2002, in the phase before the invasion of Iraq. And I went from there to do a few other jobs in DFAT, and then found myself in Sri Lanka in 2004-5, end of 2004, beginning of 2005. And there was a civil war that had been going in Sri Lanka for a while there, and I was working with a number of people in the counter-terrorism space there. As a civilian, unarmed, mostly talking to people, but doing quite interesting work in counter-terrorism financing and so on. And then in investigation of war crimes in Sri Lanka. And the joy of being in the Australian government is when we're overseas, it's very, very much Team Australia. So everyone, ADF, DFAT, back in the day when I started, there was AusAid, but now it's all part of DFAT. But the NGOs that we work with, the international community we work with, there's a single purpose to all of that. And Australia is very well regarded. So when you go somewhere as an Australian, you're welcomed, you're liked, you're wanted. And even in conflict spaces, because I'm dealing with civilians, the overwhelming sense is that Australia is a responsible player in that space and a collaborative partner for peace. So I've always felt very much like I'm doing something where the people I'm talking to want me there, and that's extremely helpful, because you feel like you've got purpose and you feel like you're doing something that's making the world a better place.